Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, August 16th, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. Um, Big episode today. We got a lot of baseball stuff going on. We're going to start with yesterday's games. The Giants played yesterday, and they beat the Colorado Rockies 7-1. 7 runs on 10 hits for the Giants. 1 run on 5 hits for the Rockies. The Giants scored 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth inning, and they scored one in the third as well. So all their runs came in the third and fourth innings of the game. And the Giants won this one 7-1 over the Rockies. Lots of things went right in this game. Logan Webb got the win. He's now 8-7. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts. He took a line drive off the back. Only went 80 pitches in this game. Only went 6 innings on those 80 pitches, which is a phenomenal pace, by the way. He could have, if he was didn't get dinged up, could have gone 7, 8, maybe even 9, depending on how efficient he was. But boy, he was really strong. Struck out 7 batters very early on in the game. All of his strikeouts came in the first 4 innings of the game. He was very, very good, and he just did a phenomenal job yesterday. And that's the classic Logan Webb outing. Lots of strikeouts, not a lot of runs, and very efficient, eats innings. Great outing for Webby. It was phenomenal. The other player I do want to touch on and give major props to, I want to give props to everybody. Carson Seymour pitched the 7th and 8th innings. He gave up 1 hit. He struck out 3 batters, no runs, no walks, 2 innings. Seymour, he's really doing a good job in his bullpen role this year. And then Smith closed it out. Jung Hoo Lee went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Bryce Eldridge had an RBI single. Rafi had a ground rule double RBI. But the main offensive player I want to talk about is Drew Gilbert. And I mentioned on Wednesday's show that Drew Gilbert, his swing is really coming together, and that I think we could see him take the next step and unlocking his first round potential soon. That's what I said on Wednesday. And here we are on Sunday talking about Saturday's game. And Drew Gilbert went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including the game tying home run in the third inning. He drew a walk in the first, hitting leadoff, hit a home run. Then he had a 2 RBI single. He had another single. He just had a phenomenal game yesterday. And the swing, the quality of that bat, the patience he's showing at the plate, drawing the leadoff walk to start the game for the Giants, and the power he's showing off now. He's hit 2 home runs in the last week. Drew Gilbert seemingly is putting it together. This is a great thing because I think he could be a very important part of the future. High potential coming out of Tennessee, where he played for Tony Vitello. We got him in the Tyler Rogers trade, and the Mets got him in the Justin Verlander trade. So he's been traded for some pretty good pitchers in his career, and I think he could be a big part of the future. I think out of all these players that I see on the current roster who can be a part of that future era, maybe the Jackson Flora era, if he's the lead guy, or Hosoir, whatever, the group of young guys. Well, let's just say this. Out of all the players on the roster that I think could be a part of the Buster Posey era, which is obviously going on right now, but I think if he sticks around and they let him actually do his thing, and I think his legacy will come from in the future when it's Hosoir, Luis, Johnny Level, Gavin Killen, all those guys. But that's besides the point. I see Eldridge as the main guy, and I see Drew Gilbert as the second guy, the guys who can be veterans on that team when all of our young players are going to come up. I think it could be Drew Gilbert. I mean, he's having a phenomenal stretch here. He is hitting homers. And yeah, he had just the quality of at bats, night and day with Drew. In the earlier parts of the season, he was really struggling. He was striking out a lot, swing and miss a lot, weak contact when he was hitting the ball. But now he's hitting the ball hard. He's drawing walks. He's scoring runs, and he's playing good center field defense and left field defense. So I think he's a really important part of the future, and I really liked what I saw yesterday from Drew, and I like what I've been seeing this past week, and I hope he keeps it up because he's really got that that feel to him that he could be a valuable big leaguer. And the Giants just had a good game yesterday. They won 7-1. They pitched well. They hit well. Everything went right. So yeah, it was good. It was good. But anyway, other scores around the league. Let's do what did I watch yesterday? The segment, of course, presented by nobody. What did I watch yesterday? I watched the Brewers and the Dodgers play baseball. The Brewers won this game 4-1. They had 4 runs on 5 hits, and they committed to the air. The Dodgers 1 run on 5 hits. The reason there were not many hits in this game is because the starting pitching was very good. Jacob Mizorowski got the win. 6 innings pitched, 1 run on 5 hits and a walk. Struck out 6 batters. Got into some trouble in the third inning, but I mean, when Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman came up with the bases loaded, he struck them both out with disgusting sliders. The fastball with the velocity was consistently above 100, and he worked on a nice cutter that I did not know he had. Mizorowski pitched phenomenally yesterday. It wasn't his greatest outing, but I mean, against the Dodgers to limit down to 1 run over 6 innings is extremely good. And the losing pitcher was Robleski, but he gave up 4 earned runs over 6 innings, but they were off of 2-run home runs. Uh, Obviously, they didn't happen, but aside from the home runs, he was really good yesterday. Struck out 6 batters, went deep into the game. I was pretty impressed with the way he pitched. And then for the bullpens were good for both teams. It was just Hernandez for the Dodgers. Jonathan Hernandez pitched 3 innings, struck out 4 batters. And then for the Brewers, it was Senzatella pitched the seventh, and then the eighth and the ninth, both pitched by Aaron Ashby, who walked 1 batter. Um, and that was it. I mean, he struck out 2, and he got the save, 31 pitch save for Ashby. Now, watching the offenses, my main takeaway from watching this Dodger Brewer game was that Jacob Mizorowski is so good. Obviously, everybody knows that, but believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've been able to sit down and watch one of his starts in full, real time, while it was happening. And I was extremely impressed. Um, the velocity is legit. The stuff is legit. He has fantastic stuff. The fastball, of course, touched 104. He threw that to Ohtani like 4 times in the first at bat. And then it didn't really get that high again, like consistently, but it was consistently sitting 100 to 102. And then when he really needed it, it got up to 103, 104. And that's really impressive to me. The slider I was impressed with. He didn't throw it too much, but he got 2 big strikeouts with it. He also threw a cutter, which I mentioned I did not know he had, and it was nasty. It was like 97 with crazy movement. And although he did have a tough time locating some of his pitches, and he gave up a run in that third inning when he probably could have gotten out of that situation without giving up a run, I thought he was really good. And it was really impressive because this Dodger lineup is, I consider, the best lineup in baseball. It's super deep and it's full of high end talent. And Mizorowski made them look foolish. He shut them down. When he threw a fastball, they were late. And when they were looking fastball, he threw something else and made them look foolish on that. I mean, he had complete control over the mound and over the game, and he held a really good Dodger lineup to 1 run for 2/3 of the game. So I thought he did a really great job, and it really impressed me. Um, yeah, he's legit. I hope he can stay healthy. That is a concern, throwing so fast for so much, but I hope he can stay healthy and have a great career because watching him yesterday was really fun, and I think the Brewers have themselves one. And Mizorowski, he is legit. Um, he's really good. Other scores though: the White Sox they beat the Tigers. The Cards beat the Cubs. Oh, we got to talk about this. I forgot about this. This happened yesterday. It's been a long day, but this is probably the main story of the day. Yesterday was potentially the greatest debut in MLB history. Joshua Baez, who made his debut yesterday as the left fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, hit 3 home runs in each of his first 3 at-bats in the big leagues. Got called up yesterday, played his first game yesterday. In the first inning, 449 to center. In the fourth inning, 382 to left. And in the sixth inning, 368 to right. And in this game, he went 3 for 4, 3 homers, 5 RBIs, 12 total bases in your big league debut. 3 jacks in your first ever game in the big leagues. The first pitch he even saw as a big leaguer went into the seats. This is the greatest debut ever. I talked to my dad about it. He said William McCovey went 4 for 4 his debut with 2 singles and 2 triples, which is extremely impressive. But I gotta say, I think this is better. Um, this is legendary stuff. This is historic. No one has done this before. 3 homers in their uh, first 3 at bats as a big leaguer. It was insane. And the Cardinals won this game 8-4 thanks to that. He was phenomenal. I never heard of him before yesterday, but now everybody knows his name because he just made history. I can't wait to see what he does today, and I want to see if this will continue. If this isn't just a fluke, I want to see if this is a real thing. He continues to hit the ball hard. The Cardinals got themselves one. This is the greatest debut in MLB history for Joshua Baez. The bananas. I'm really thirsty. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees 4-1. Uh, the Mets they walked off the Nats 5-4. In Tampa, the Orioles beat the Rays 4-3. Orioles going for a sweep of Tampa Bay today. They can propel themselves right into a wild card spot if they can do that. The Marlins they beat the Reds 8-4, big win for the Marlins. The Guardians beat the Padres 6-1. The Mariners over the Astros 10-5. The Phillies over the Twins 9-1. The D-backs beat the Braves again 10-3 the final. The Brewers are taking, or they are, I already mentioned that, sorry. The Red Sox beat the Pirates 4-0. Sonny Gray, his 15th win of the year, 7 shutout innings, struck out 6 batters. And this is the major pitching performance of the day. Reed Detmers propelled the Angels to a win. The Angels won this game 1-0. Okay? And Reed Detmers, 8 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 11 strikeouts. So he faced 2 over the minimum through 8 innings, and he struck out 11 Royals. This is a phenomenal outing. He got the win in that one. The Rangers, they beat the A's 5-3, and those were yesterday's scores. So taking a look at today, very important. The Giants are playing the Rockies. That's Tidwell for the Giants. It's Hughes for the Rockies. Blade Tidwell had a good start against the Astros his last time out. Can he do it again? And the Rockies are a much worse team offensively and in general than the Houston Astros. So I sure hope that he can. And I want to see Drew Gilbert continue to do his thing because he's balling. Um, did I miss anything from yesterday? No. The Brewers playing the Dodgers again. This pitching matchup, Henderson versus Skubal, big deal. And we got some more just great games coming. The Orioles taking on the Rays leading off the day. The Blue Jays taking on the Yankees again. And Sunday night baseball will be the Mariners and the Astros, which is a good AL West series. Playoffs are getting close. Lots of teams can get into the playoffs. But it's of course it's a matter of can you play that way consistently? That is the question. Um, so I mean I think we're good here. That felt like everything, right? The Valks still not playing. They don't play till okay. They play tomorrow. That's a good game to the Lynx, or not the Lynx. Sorry, the Wings and the Valks. Um, but anyway, that'll do it for today's episode, everyone. So thanks for watching, and a good episode today. Kind of getting back into that swing. We had a rough stretch over the past week because nothing much was happening. But football's coming back soon. Soccer comes back Premier League next week, and baseball is really getting going. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.